Here's the way to build 3 basic types of acoustic panels. All are simply variations of the first panel that we'll look at. The first panel uses a 1 by 2 inch external frame. It's called an external frame because it surrounds the rock wool or fiberglass. Here are the materials that you'll need for each panel. 1 sheet of 2 inch rigid fiberglass 703 or rock wool per panel. The standard sheets are 48 by 24 inches. We'll be using rock wool for this example. 2 1 by 2 inch pine boards that are 49.5 inches long. 2 1 inch by 2 inch pine boards that are 24 inches long. 1 package of corner angle brackets. 1 yard of finished fabric. 1 yard of backing fabric. 1 box of number 10 eye hooks. Here are the tools that you'll need. Line up the ends of a long and a short frame piece and drill 2 pilot holes through both. The long piece should be on the outside. Repeat drilling the pilot holes to each of the remaining boards. Before you screw the pieces together, place a small drop of glue on one of the ends. You don't need a lot to be effective. Now, using the Phillips head bit on your drill, screw in the wood screws into the pilot holes on both boards until they're flush with the surface. Now do the same on the other corners. Here's what your frame should look like. Turn the frame upright and screw an angle bracket into each of the corners. Your frame is now complete. Place the backing fabric on the rear of the frame and trim with scissors or a razor knife. Go to one of the short ends and begin stapling the fabric from the middle outward, taking care to stretch the fabric taut to the outside while doing so. You can also place a thin bead of wood glue on the frame before the cloth is stapled to keep the fabric from stretching over time. Go to the opposite end and pull the fabric tight, then repeat the stapling, starting once again from the middle outwards to the corners. Repeat on the 2 long ends, starting from the middle and keeping the fabric tight while stapling. Hammer the staples so they're flush with the top of the wood. Add some extra staples in the corners. Cut off the excess fabric. Here's what your frame looks like with the backing fabric. Place the rock wool sheet inside the frame. If it won't fit for some reason, like you cut the frame length wrong or assembled it poorly, use the carving knife to trim the edge to get a tight fit. Clean your workspace and place your finished fabric on your work surface. You can make the ironing go faster by moistening the fabric first with a spray bottle. Now take your steam iron and iron out any wrinkles in the fabric. Place your frame on top of the fabric, making sure there's enough on each side to wrap around the back of the frame. Wrap the finished fabric around the frame and trim with scissors or a razor knife. Just like with the backing fabric, go to one of the ends and begin stapling the fabric from the middle outward, taking care to stretch the fabric taut to the outside while doing so. Hammer the staples so that they're flat against the fabric. Repeat on the opposite side first, then the other ends, taking care to keep the fabric tight as you staple. Add extra staples at the corners to maintain the tightness of the fabric. Cut off any excess material from the corners. Your acoustic panel is now complete.